some women's clothing brands have mastered a simple formula: charge more, deliver less. Many shoppers are paying premium prices for clothing that simply isn't worth it. Today, we're exposing 5 brands robbing women blind, and 5 that deserve your money. Let's start with the worst offenders. Michael Kors women's apparel. Affordable luxury, expensive shortcuts. The logo looks luxe, the materials often don't. Walk the women's floor and you'll see polyester crepe blouses with low denier yarns that turn sheer under bright light. Bonded or laminated faux leather skirts and jackets that crack at stress points within a season. Acrylic or polyester heavy knit blends that pill after a few wears. Typical cost stack. A $175 polyester blouse can have a landed cost under $12 to $16. Fabric, trims, labor, freight, with retail propped up by outlet-driven pricing strategies and massive marketing. The result is an MSRP engineered to be discounted. You're not paying for beautiful textiles or tailored construction. You're paying for brand machinery and a global retail footprint. Kate Spade apparel. Cute aesthetic, mid-tier inputs. Kate Spade wins on charm, bright colors, novelty prints, scalloped edges. The value proposition falters on inputs. PU-coated fabrics marketed as Saffiano-inspired. Lightweight poly satins and crepes that snag easily and show rapid seam slippage. Decorative trims that look premium but are thermally bonded rather than stitched. A $248 dress commonly uses sub-$3 per yard polyester prints from large mills and simplified construction. Unlined or partially lined, serged seam allowances, little to no understitching. Heavy promotional cadence, 40 to 60% off events, signals that the sticker price bakes in markdowns. You're funding aesthetics and brand identity more than lasting construction. Balenciaga ready-to-wear, hype tax in fabric form. Fashion-forward silhouettes, yes. Cost to value, no. Streetwear adjacent pieces frequently rely on standard cotton fleece or jersey knits with oversized cuts and screen prints. Technical nylons and PU coatings with fashion pricing, not performance specs. A graphic hoodie pushing $1,000 can be constructed from materials comparable to $40 to $80 blanks, even if cut and sewn in Europe. The delta is branding, runway cachet, and celebrity placement. You're not paying for couture construction in these basics. You're paying for the logo and the moment. Off-White women's streetwear. Pricing, basic blanks. Off-White built a cultural movement, but the apparel math is simple on many pieces. Cotton tees and hoodies with plastisol prints or heat transfers. Ordinary ribbing, straightforward overlock seams, and mass-market grade interlock knits. A $350 to $550 tee on 160 to 200 grams per square meter jersey can come from base cloth that costs a few dollars per yard. Limited runs, design concept, and label prestige do the heavy lifting on price. The garment itself, not engineered beyond standard streetwear methods. Alexander Wang, contemporary lines, minimalist design, maximum markup. Alexander Wang's minimalism photographs beautifully, but the value is inconsistent. Rayon/viscose slinky knits that bag out and grow with wear. Dry hand poly crepes billed as technical, but lacking breathability and drape of high-grade wovens. Unfinished hems or raw edges presented as aesthetic, sometimes at the expense of longevity. A $295 tank or $495 mini dress often uses mid-tier knit or woven yardage and simple overlock/cover stitch construction. When designs depend on delicate knits, failure points, seam popping, distortion arrive quickly. The price reflects brand cachet over textile upgrades. Now, the 5 brands that are actually worth the money, where construction, materials, and transparency align with price. Uniqlo Women. Industrial grade. Honesty at scale. Not designer, but a benchmark for value, and a bar many designers fail to clear. Fabric transparency on product pages. Heat Tech, Airism, Extra Fine Merino, Supima. Consistent fabric specs. 100% extra fine merino sweaters resist pilling better than acrylic blends at higher priced brands. Supima tees list exact composition. Construction is efficient but thoughtful. Taped shoulder seams on tees, reliable needle choice on knits, and heat-bonded details used where appropriate. A $39.90 merino or $19.90 Supima tee outperforms many designer basics in fiber quality, color fastness, and hand feel. You're paying for scalable quality and clear specs, not a logo. COS, minimalist design with real fabric and pattern value. COS, part of the H&M Group, is the rare mid-market brand that regularly delivers higher-end fabrics, Tencel lyocell, wool blends, heavier weight cotton poplins. Better patterning and ease, clean shoulders, consistent sleeve pitch, generous hems. Finishing details like French seams on fine blouses, bias binding, and full linings in tailored pieces. A $135 shirt dress in 170 to 200 grams per square meter poplin with proper plackets, yokes, and hems often outclasses designer options at triple the price that rely on thin cloth and minimal finishing. COS invests in silhouette and textile over splashy marketing. The result is real wardrobe longevity. Alex Mill, fabrics and finishes that punch above their price. Alex Mill focuses on evergreen pieces built with better cloth, heavier gauge tees, 18 to 20 singles or tighter knit densities that hold shape, garment-dyed chinos, and shirting with noticeable hand and yarn character. Real buttons, reinforced seams, functional pockets, and hems with sensible allowances. A $155 shirt made from higher-end Oxford or poplin with proper collars, stand construction, and durable stitching routinely outlasts more expensive designer shirts that skimp on fabric weight and seam integrity. Minimal brand tax, visible material value. Theory: select lines, especially good wool or good linen or staple tailoring. Fit plus fabric discipline. Theory's best ranges earn their keep. Good wool suiting. Responsibly sourced merino with consistent recovery and drape. Linen programs with upgraded yarns for less shear and better opacity. Tailoring with reliable fusing, clean armholes, and lining choices that don't suffocate. A $395 to $495 blazer with quality shelf fabric, stable interlinings, and consistent sleeve head shaping wears better and longer than many luxury jackets built on flashy branding but cheap fusing. The price aligns with pattern work and fabric. Choose their staple programs over trend capsules for the best value. Eileen Fisher. Fiber integrity, repairability, and transparency. No gimmicks, just good cloth and a supply chain you can interrogate. High-grade organic linens, RWS wool, Blue Sign-approved dyes, and reliable Tencel lyocell. Simple modular silhouettes that reduce stress points and extend garment life. Take back and renew programs that repair/resell pieces, proving confidence in durability. A $178 to $248 knit may sound high until you compare fiber grade, gauge, and pilling resistance to designer sweaters using acrylic heavy blends at similar prices. Seams are designed for longevity. Ease allows movement without strain. When you pay Eileen Fisher, you get the cloth and construction you paid for, plus a circularity program backing it. How to spot a ripoff versus real value in women's clothing. Use these quick tells the moment you touch the rack. Fabric composition. Ripoff. High acrylic and poly in luxury knits. Ultra-thin polyester crepes for $200+ blouses. Value. Natural fibers or advanced cellulosics. Merino, cotton, linen, silk, Tencel, or honest high denier technicals with a purpose. Fabric weight and opacity. Ripoff. See-through white tees and blouses at premium prices. Floaty cloth with no recovery. Value. Adequate grams per square meter weights. Whites that aren't sheer. Knits that return to shape. Construction and finishing. Ripoff. Unlined light-colored skirts. Flimsy zippers. Raw edges that unravel. Decorative but fragile bonding. Value. Clean seam finishing. French seams and binding. Stable fusing in collars and waistbands. Bar tacks at stress points. Generous hems for alterations. Pattern and fit engineering. Ripoff. Trendy cuts that look great static but twist at seams. Drop shoulders with poor sleeve pitch. Value. Balanced patterns. Proper armhole shaping, dart placement, and collars that sit flat. Care, durability, and aftercare. Ripoff. Dry clean only on polyester. Laminates that crack. No warranty or care support. Value. Truthful care labels, better dyes, less crocking. Accessible repair or renew programs. Why so many designer women's pieces? Underperform. Marketing over materials. Campaigns devour budgets. Fabric becomes the first compromise. Outlet pipelines and perpetual promos. MSRPs are fiction designed for markdown theatrics. Synthetics disguised as luxury. Polyester satin not equal to silk. Bonded leather not equal to leather. Fast cycle trend churn. New drops demand speed. Complexity and QC lose out. Where your money actually works for you. Fabric first. Read the label. Feel the hand. Hold to the light. Weight plus composition equals 80% of the story. Construction. Second, flip hems and seams. Look for binding, lining, and reinforcement. Fit engineering. Good patterns cost time and expertise. You feel it when you move. Brand behavior. Transparency pages, fiber certifications, and repair or take-back programs are green flags. The bottom line. Across these 10 brands, one thing is obvious. Price is not quality. Hype is not construction. Most designer women's apparel is a margin machine built on thin fabrics, synthetic substitutions, and a marketing premium. Real value shows up in the cloth you can feel, the seams you can inspect, and the fit you can live in. If you want your wardrobe to work as hard as you do, choose substance over status. Skip the logo tax. Buy the fabric and the pattern, not the billboard. Invest where your money becomes thread, structure, and time. Pieces you'll still reach for years from now. Your closet deserves more than hype. Choose the side that respects your body, your budget, and your intelligence. Which side are you on?